To elevate your travel game and make Hey, Globetrotters! Are you ready to elevate your travel game and make every trip unforgettable? Get ready to revolutionize your adventures with Passportbros app, your ticket to turning passion into profit. With Passportbros, your travel videos and posts aren't just memories, they're money makers. Share your awe-inspiring experiences with the world and watch your bank account grow with every click. But wait, there's more. Connect with a vibrant community of fellow explorers, where camaraderie knows no borders. Exchange insider tips, forge lasting friendships, and create memories that last a lifetime. And that's not all. Gain access to exclusive discounts on accommodations, from cozy boutique hotels to luxurious resorts, ensuring you can travel in style without breaking the bank. So why settle for ordinary when you can experience the extraordinary? Join the Passportbros app today and unlock a world of adventure, connection, and endless possibilities. Download the app now and let the journey of a lifetime begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
All right. We are live. Welcome, family, to another show. It is your man BMT in the building, and this is the Sunday Rundown. I want to welcome everybody in the room so far. We got a lot to talk about today, family. It's going to be a pretty long show. I might do a panel. We'll see how everything goes and see if some guys might want to pull up to discuss the topic at hand tonight. In concerns of the reputation of Passportbros. Pretty important topic. We definitely going to get to that once we get a few more people in the room. All right. So everybody, I got my man Yoga in the building. Shout out my man Yoga. What up, Yoga? What's good? Always in the building. I got my man Teflon Dunn. It's Jay Clyde. Salute, man. We up in here. We're on the travels. What's good with you? What's good? We got Racket Club Travels in the building. So salute to BMT. What's good? Yeah, we in here, man. We in. Hey, did y'all guys get a chance? I know most of you saw this, but did you guys see that Ryan Garcia fight? Did y'all see the Ryan Garcia fight? What up, Brandon? Did y'all see the fight? Man, it was a good fight. But, you know, sometimes, you expect, let's be honest, the brother to win the fight. Not in all cases, because, my man Ryan Garcia got hands. Shout out to the Latinos and the Latino family and everything out there. But, you just expected to be a little closer of a fight. But, hey, it was a good fight. What up, Andre? They got Andre in the room. Roland Trap, you said the fix was in. Hey, I don't know. It just looked like, man, no matter how, the thing about fights, and, I experienced this with wrestling, it's a big difference in a sport when you by yourself versus you got team. Like, you got people to pick up your slack a little bit. Basketball, football, in these solo sports, and, fighting is a whole different mind frame and everything. And from what I saw, he was just dropping, not Ron, he was just dropping his hand a lot, man. He was like, just wasn't all the way there from what I could see. It seemed like, Ron was a little bit more skillful, but it was basic boxing one-on-one. It wasn't nothing that he was doing that was too much more difficult. I don't think he was more in shape or he punched harder. It's just that he was laser focused on knocking Buddy's head off. What up, the Mikey Story? What up, Mikey Story? I ain't heard from you in a minute, man. You out there? What's good? I saw Davin get his ass kicked. Yeah. Haney has no chin. Yeah. No. I wrestled, bro. I wrestled. I wasn't a boxer. I messed around with boxing a little bit, but I was more of a wrestler, man. I had to I had to wrestle with them big cornbread eating white boys out there in Noonan, Georgia, boy. Them motherfuckers strong, top heavy strong, boy. So that was something serious, battling up with them guys. But yeah, it was a good fight though. It was a good fight. I enjoyed it. That's all. That's all. It's always a disappointment when you think, he gonna knock this cat out. This little pretty boy dude, he gonna knock him out. But hey, man, buddy had hands, man. Buddy had hands, bro. Speaking of fighting, man, what's up with all this rap beef? I don't really keep up too much with what's going on in the States for the most part. We passport bros over here. I'm just getting seeing little videos and stuff. I'm like, okay, who's beefing? Like all this rap beef, Rick Ross and all them, Drake and Future. I'm just like, damn, like everybody's beefing right now in the rap industry, bro. Yeah, Yoga. Yeah. Coweta County, Georgia, all the way up to what was that? The Cooler? Man, Noonan, Farabeen. What's that? Spartanburg. I mean, hey, man. Hey, there was some big cornbread eating motherfuckers out there, boy. Those are big dudes. Big strong. Somebody said, are women in Thailand mainly lady boys? Nah, bro. They out there, though. They out there. I got Andre Love Crossing Borders in the building. He's in the building. Yeah, that's south of Atlanta, man. That's south of Atlanta. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of rap beats lately, man. Some of the songs is dope. I heard Drake, J. Cole. It seems like from an industry standpoint that I can see being in the music industry for a while, or music video industry rather. It seems like they just maybe losing attention, and this is like because all these are generational rappers. All these generations, these are like millennial rappers. All of them, they all in their 30s and 40s. So it seemed like maybe to take the attention away from the youth and the drill rappers and the younger rappers, they said, "Hey, man, they all had a meeting," because these are older guys. These are all older dudes, and when you older, you think much differently in getting in, having issues with grown men. Because the thing about beefing with somebody, listen, nobody is going to be exempt for somebody rolling up on you and putting it out there like that. Let's just put it out there. Nobody's exempt for that. Anybody can get got. So I just seriously doubt these millionaires have a real true beef like that to where it'll get serious. They talking about who smashes at a girlfriend. Y'all all share the same women. Y'all all share the same women. Yeah, somebody says it's a rap Vienna sausage compared to the bars they spit in 2000s rap beef. Yeah, I mean the ultimate rap beef was, of course, Pac and Biggie, but I don't think all these guys are older, in their late 30s, 40s, multi-millionaires. I think it was a planned industry. Like how can we get the ears and eyes and the attention from like these, internet rappers who just come up with viral dances and stuff like that and make 200 gazillion views on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. Like, how do we take that attention away? How do we keep our industry, growing basically? Because, the rap industry, some people say it's going down. I don't know. I don't really pay too much attention to it. Drake, Kendrick, Kanye been going back and forth. Yeah, they have for a little minute. Like I say, man, them dudes mess with the same women, though. They mess with the same little chicks, bro. We got 8-9 in the room. Guys, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. We flowing in here today. We're gonna be in here today. We flowing in there today. Hey, before though, I want to give speaking of rap and hip hop, and we're gonna get to the subject at hand in a momentarily. I want to give because I forgot, man. I want to give a rest in power to Rico Wade. I want to give a rest in power to Rico Wade, one of the biggest producers. A lot of people don't know who this guy is. It's the guy who produced Outkast, Goody Mob. A lot of people don't know he produced a lot of the hits on TLC, Waterfalls. He had a couple of hits on En Vogue. I want to just shout out to this brother, man. Rest in power to him. He died last week at the age of 51. That's in this day and age, that's pretty young. So blessings go out to him and his family. Really good producer, man. Like all those Outkast hits, man. He was one of the guys behind it. He producing the team, but all those classic hits that we heard, some of the biggest hits was produced by my brother here, Rico Wade, man. He was big known figure in Atlanta, big known figure. So rest in power to the brother Rico Wade. Rest in power to him before I forget. All right. Also, I want to give a rest in peace to OJ. I want to give a rest in peace to OJ, man. OJ Simpson. You know, he was pretty much before my time. He had been stopped, retired playing football by the time, you know, I was coming up, and a lot of guys probably coming up. But rest in power to him. A lot of people thought OJ had got away with something. He didn't. He was actually innocent, man. Matter of fact, let me play this clip. I'm gonna play this clip real quick. Let me play this clip. All right, this is Judge Joe Brown on what's this guy name? The little Jesse Ventura, something like that. He's like a little you know, he's kind of like a little coon or whatnot, you want to call him that. He's always talking shit about black people and praising white people. But I love Judge Brown. I love Judge Joe Brown. He got on him real quick. You know, it's funny, man, because you got certain people out here that's media trained. You can tell right off the rip. Not only he's a judge, also he's comfortable with being in front of the camera. And it's funny when you see these guys do interviews because you already know like what they're doing to the interviewer. Like you can't cross them because he already know what the interviewer's intention is. Because usually they already have the questions already lined up, right? Jesse Lee Peterson, that's his name, Jesse Lee Peterson. So let me play this clip real quick, man. Let me play this clip.
Did O.J. Simpson get away with murder?
No, I looked at all the evidence they had and talked to the experts. They never should have brought the charge against him. And four of the chief detectives that were involved in that O.J. case wound up doing time in California for planting evidence. And as a matter of fact, if you saw the entire trial, there are several instances where evidence was planted and it's recorded on tape. The main reason the American public thinks she got away with something is because there was a sleaze known as Nancy Grace who's still around, and that was her first reporting thing. And she hyped that and put a lot of falsity out there, and the American public believed it because that was the only person they were here. I saw the entirety of the evidence.
You see how he kept going? Because he wanted to interject real quick to throw him off, but Judge O'Brien will let him.
Nicole and Rod Goldman got their throats slit from ear to ear, their tongues pulled out of the slit with a pair of pliers. The fatal injury was a stab by a left-handed person. OJ was right-handed. It went in and it did that damage. There were no peripheral strikes. The footprints in the blood showed that somebody with a size 9 shoe, 9.5 shoe, and somebody with a size 9 and somebody with a 10.5 were there on the scene and did it. One of my late brothers actually was the expert the state was going to call until he refuted it. The glove man I know personally, the name is Richard Zuckerwar. He took a tracing of everybody's hand. It was a size large glove that fit Furman. And OJ had a 2XL, which was way too big. Johnny Cochran knew that. So if it does not fit, you must acquit. And you can see Furman actually plant the bloody socks on a video that the jury saw that Nancy Grace refused to talk about. The DNA evidence that condemned them, she said, if you saw what went on, and I recorded all of it and looked at it, the expert said, this doesn't exclude 96,000 people in the LA area, and the person that donated this is from the Northeast Mediterranean or from Sicily.
Okay. Jesse Lee Peterson, he wanted to blame OJ so bad because that's his audience, little racist white people. But yeah, man, that was OJ didn't do it, man. So rest in power to OJ, and shout out to Judge Joe Brown. I watch his show a lot. He always put out really good information. They did give him a Colombian necktie. Ain't no regular average human being doing some shit like that. You know, not especially not as a crime of passion. You know, that's something that's more the Colombian neckties are definitely like a symbol or something like that. You know, that's kind of like, hey, we did this for a certain reason. We want people to know what you do when you cross us. So they were doing some other shit. They had some other shit going on. Yeah. Rest in peace to OJ. Speaking of that, well, not speaking of that, I did a show, last week sometime. I did a show last week sometime labeled Chaos in Medellin, right? And this show has been clipped because this is all kind of relevant to what we're talking about today. How, you know, it was the media, Nancy Grace and all them. They always leave out certain things. And what we have going on now is like the micro clips, right? So what people have been doing is they've been taking the interview I did with Paola. I'm going to play that in a second. And they've been micro clipping it, right? And they've been saying, you know, BMT didn't respond, or, you know, he's soft. They, you know, they shared this in all types of different podcasts, and they micro clipped it without my response because I didn't respond right away. I didn't respond right away to what she said. I didn't agree with what she said. I just said that's fair. So you got all these podcasters saying, "Hey, man, you know, she kind of threw the Passport Bros or the Bros in general under the bus," which she did. In all honesty, she kind of did, because I don't know why. We were talking about something that was totally different. We were talking about what was going on in the city of Medellin in concerns of, you know, the feminists and the groups and the, you know, going back and forth with the tourism out there. And somebody had a super chat, and they kind of changed the direction of the actual interview. And she was supposed to be just telling us, kind of giving us a play-by-play of what was going on in Medellin at the time. So I'm going to play a little bit of this clip real quick, and I'm going to play not only her part, but I'm going to play a little bit more of my response. All right? Here we go.
Can I say something to somebody coming?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. All right, so hold on. The comment said, few bad apples ruined the whole bunch, mostly non-black men. Sadly, they are going to try to paint black men as the main culprits, and they have been somewhat doing that with the photo ops and closing down the hip-hop clubs. And that was by D-Pain Thoughts. You sent a $5 super chat. All right, but let's see what you got to say.
The Pace Thoughts or something, he said, a few bad apples ruined the whole bunch, mostly non-black men. Sadly, they're going to try to paint black men as main. Listen, let me tell you something. And I know in Americans always try to make this about race. And I love you, black men. I'm not against nobody here, but I have to say this. Mm-hmm. I saw also a video where they're not letting some black men to get inside the area, but versus the white man, whatever. And let's be honest and let's be real, guys. When you're passing at Jettas Park, outside Black Diamond, outside Glow, which are all the main places, if you go inside those places, and I'm not here judging anybody, because at the end of the day, prostitution is the oldest job alive. When you go to Thailand, when you go to Netherlands, when you go to Dubai, all these places are prostitution. But there is a stereotype, and the stereotypes are made based in the truth. So when you pass by those areas, I can guarantee you 80.
Now, stereotypes are not based in the truth at all. Stereotypes, that's not true. That's not true at all.
80% of men standing and inside those clubs are black men. The other 20% are Indians, maybe white guys, but 80% of the guys in Jettas Park are black men.
All right, so that's also not true. That's also not true. Okay, we back. That's also not true.
Inside Diamond, you go, you see them throwing money to strippers. You see them getting 3 and 4 women getting in the Ubers with them, which is, I'm not saying it's something bad. I'm just saying that you cannot make this a race and just blame a specific race when you guys made that for yourself in the city, you know? When you go there, the local people are seeing and they're speaking like these black guys are always like in these scenarios and stuff like that. So now there is a stereotype that they didn't invent. Of course, it's based in the truth in what they see in the daily basis in the area.
It's not based on the truth.
So I'm not saying the black guys were the pedophile or stuff like that, but the sexual tourism, or maybe you guys are just very exposed with your lifestyle and the way you brag about it, because maybe the white guys are just in an apartment with the girl and they don't have to brag about anything. I don't know. It's just the way you've been presenting yourself in the community and in front of the other people. That's why people is talking about it.
Okay, that's fair. I'm gonna give a shout out to. All right, so they clipped it. They pretty much clipped that part right there. They didn't really show my response, and I had caught some super chats right after it. But this is my response right here. I think it's at the 33 mark. Let me see. Because I let her speak.
I am here to tell you today that your feelings are valid. Your trauma is valid. Your hurt is
commercial within a commercial. All right, let's see. Okay, so let me play this other video.
Because this is it.
33 mark. All right. Shout out to my man Andre. He was on his show, but for the most part, it's like white guys and the hip hop. All right, so this was my response right here. This is my response, and I went light. I didn't go too hard in the paint, but I had to just say this in all kind of like fairness. But this is what the other guys are not showing on their podcast.
Yeah. We were talking
shout
about
out to Black Nubian with a $2 Canadian dollar. I appreciate that. Now, I will say, in all fairness, those are pretty much hip hop clubs. So they're going to attract a lot of, bros from wherever. Those particular clubs, they play hip hop music. But there are some other clubs around that might have, different types of music that might have other ethnicities of men. Once again, every time I go to Colombia, I might see 2-3 bros in the line with me, but for the most part, it's like white guys, Indian guys. It's a mix of guys. But the thing is, you never know what someone's intentions are, right? Even if somebody goes into that club, they might not be getting a girl. They might just be literally hanging out with one of their friends or something like that. So it all depends. And then you got guys like myself who will live down there in Medellin. I might go inside the club to see some guys or holler at some guys or even drink. That doesn't mean I'm taking a girl out the club or something like that. So it's all about, individuality and intentions to a certain degree. But I do understand what you're saying. If guys in groups coming down, then the creep cam guys don't help. The guys putting this all on YouTube, that don't help at all. And a lot of those content creators are Black. So that doesn't help the narrative either. The guys who run around with the creep cams and everything. So it's very unfortunate. But I just want to be fair to all parties here. All right, so that was my response. Okay, here we go. That was my response. Okay, because everybody's been clipping that little her section and saying I didn't respond, but I actually did respond. All right. There's a sense of justice towards bros at some point. Yeah, they are. What's interesting? I think I saw I think it was meant to be like a think tank of some Jewish people. And this is the video. You can go look for it. But they said the biggest problem in the world was Black Americans. This was an old white lady. She said it at a panel, and I've heard that before. I actually heard, I think they scrubbed this off the internet as well. One of the Rockefellers from the Rockefeller family said the same thing in like 1999, early 2000s. They was like, yeah, the biggest issue in the world that we're facing is Black Americans and stuff. And I'm sitting here like, damn, why they always calling us out and pointing us out? So there might be some truth to that. All right. Flyboy Away in the building says both statements were incorrect. She was talking about Years Park in the club of Park of Years, but she wouldn't know because she never been. That's why I showed the video of the same time she did. Okay, yeah, because I think somebody did show a video of the actual people that's actually in that particular club, and you might have saw 3 bros in there, 3 Black dudes, and most of the guys were in there were white Latino, or Indian or something like that. So yeah, that was cap. That was definitely cap. Somebody said I will avoid Colombia. And keep in mind, listen, in concerns of them trying to paint brothers as like the main purveyors of sex tours, that's bullshit. All right. Most black men don't even have their damn passports. Right. We are a very small percentage. We're a very small percentage. You know, one of the number one purveyors of sex tours are these women here. What I call the grannies.
Do you have your passport? Did you get your shot?
Over there in Africa, coming from Europe,
Girl, would you like
exploiting the young black Africans over there.
to
Look
come
at it.
back with Rob?
These are your sex tours right here.
America.
These are your sex tours.
Do you have your passport? Did you get your
Passport grannies in the building, all right? They are exploiting our young brothers over there in Africa.
shot?
Look at that. These are your sex tours right here. These who they need to be handing out flyers to in the airports. Look at my man right here. Look at my man. He is obviously being exploited here. Go up in the camp here. All right. It's not fake, bro. This is not fake. This is what's going on. These I'm telling you, passport grannies in the building, man. Sex tours. Oh, that's exploitation right there, man. That is some serious exploitation. So you want to paint narratives, paint the real narrative. Paint the real narrative. Paint the real narratives, man. Look at that. Okay. This is so popular over there in them countries. You got certain countries that are trying to actually ban these women from entering their countries. So what's going on in Medellin, right? As far as them trying to target the men, right, and use black men as photo ops, they're doing it for real over there in some of these countries in Africa. All right, trying to make laws and put laws in place to stop these evil sex tours from exploiting young black males. Okay, this is what's going on. Somebody said they got a FUBU shirt on. All right, and the African women are hella upset. They hella upset. My man on 2 knees. God damn. Passport grannies in the building. They cry in the background? I thought they cry in the background. All right. Passport exploiting those young black men. They should be ashamed of themselves. We gotta do something about this, fellas. Shit, bro. This world we living in. This world we living in, man. This world we living in. Jacqueline said 2 knees. Yeah. A lot of them be coming from France. Matter of fact, let me play this little. Some of you guys might know who this guy is. This is the latest influencer, I guess you want to say. This guy got like 1 million. I think he got like a couple of million subs on YouTube. But he came out of Passportbros level. Let me know what you think about this right here, man. You know, let me know what you think about this guy. All right, here we go. So once again, we got dudes, dipping their feet in something they don't know nothing about. Okay. But you guys can let me know what you think in the comment section. Dude got a little loop earring in his nose. That threw me off right there. But this guy's like a little, I guess I don't want to consider him to be a dating coach because I have seen some of his content. He's one of those guys that makes cold approaches on women, like random women in malls and stuff like that. You know, most cats, man, we too old for this shit like that. But he's doing that. Look at me, I'm better than y'all. Look at me how I approach a woman like it's rocket science to approach a random random woman and say some smooth shit. So that's kind of his get down. This is what this guy Alex McQueen does. Or like I said, I don't watch a lot of his content, but this is what he had to say about the Passport Bros.
I just got back from motherfucking Colombia. I'm back over here in Miami now. You know what I'm saying? Looking like an island and shit. And the one thing that niggas wanted to know was, are the Passport Bros correct about the women being more feminine out in Colombia than they are in America? Absolutely. 100%. When it comes to femininity, y'all bitches out here basically look like niggas, okay? However, none of that shit means shit if you still a mark-ass nigga in America. A lot of you niggas be going out to these Latin countries talking about, oh, it's cheaper and women are more feminine, whoop, but these
Now, he just said that we were telling the truth about that. That's what he just said.
bitches out there ain't fucking stupid. They know your ass going out there trying to exploit those things. So if you going over there acting like you a king because your money go far out there, okay, but you really a bitch in America.
Now, what's the definition of exploitation, though? I think people use that term very lightly. What's the definition of exploitation? So going somewhere else to another country where your dollar multiplies and goes further, that's exploitation? What's the difference between exploitation?
They gonna run right over your ass worse than America, ho. Being out there was too motherfucking easy for me. Too motherfucking easy. I love being out here in Miami around niggas that's doing better than me, making more money than me, because that shit gonna force me to have to be great. So a lot of you niggas is just bitch ass niggas that can't handle the game on expert mode. So you trying to flee the country and play that shit on easy mode. And I can't relate to that shit, okay?
All right. So your man said we are playing the game on easy mode, right? Because we don't want to play the game of America on expert mode. What's easy about going overseas, adapting to a new culture, learn a different language, all right? Almost starting over again in certain cases, building your friends and family like a little network. What's easy about it? I would say that's more difficult. I would say it's easier to stay in the same neighborhood you grew up in. I would say that's a little easier, actually.
So if you need to, before you go to these Latin countries, you need to go look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I a bitch ass nigga? And if the answer is yes, you need to stay your ass here until you're not a bitch ass nigga no more. And then you can go over there.
So basically, guys like that, man, he might have put, he did his little thing back in the day. You can tell he a little ladies man, and he still wants to be able to compete and show you that he's a better man than you because he can approach some random little thought mama in a bar or a club or, bro, we so past that. That's what he feel like his strong points are. He wants to be able to impress you. And the thing about the Passport Bros is women don't impress us at all. All right. They're just the icing on the cake. Yeah, he wants to try to sell you his personality, his courses. He wants to be able to draw your attention. Like I said, the guy has a lot of followers. Granted, he's talented at what he do. But he has this thing where he feels like still in this day and age in 2024, that makes him a better man than you. And all Passport Bros is saying, which he said was correct, was like, nah, man, we kind of good over here. We're going to go over there where, our dollar stretches up further away. That doesn't mean we exploit anything. That actually made us smart because that's what people have been doing for years. That's what wealthy people do. Wealthy people don't necessarily live in the States. They live in a country where their money goes further, where they can actually invest their money. They don't have to spend all their money on living expenses. All right. And the thing about women are not supposed to be rocket science. He wants to keep dating and going from girl to girl. And that, to me, that's more exploitation than going to another country, getting in a relationship, right? Falling in love, having children, and cementing your legacy. There's nothing exploitive about that at all. All right? There's nothing exploitive about that at all. All right, so this guy's a clown, man.
Miami now.
The latest.
Looking like an island and shit. And the one thing that niggas wanted to know was, are the Passport Bros correct about the women being more feminine out in Colombia than they are in America? Absolutely.
So that's all you had to stop the video right there. That's it. You had to go through the bitch ass niggas and I want to play on expert mode and all this. You want to play on easy mode. You just proved your point. That was it. That should have been the end of the video. But he wants to try to convince guys that, hey, man, be like me. I want to stay in expensive ass Miami. Miami is the most expensive city in America right now. one of the most expensive cities in America. Everybody don't want to go through all that bullshit. Everybody don't want to go through that bullshit. All right, let me catch a couple of these super chats, man. All right. I want to give a shout out to my man Megatron in the building. Says, imagine thinking you're varsity just playing home games only. Get this clown McQueen out of here. And the crazy part about it is this dude, all he does is snap on females. That's all he do. Like that's his little get down. He just snaps on females all day long. He approaches them, they say something crazy to him, he snaps, he gets some views. You know, and these guys like going to these foreign countries that we like to go to, Colombia, and being there for a weekend or a couple of weeks, and then trying to have, you know, your definition of what reasons the guys are going down there. Dude, you don't know shit. You was in the country for what, a weekend? You hung with some weekend warriors for a while and asked a few questions at most. You don't even understand. You don't even understand that people are traveling overseas, man, going to different countries for their own particular reasons. All right. Healthier food, cheaper healthcare, better healthcare in certain cases. All right. You got people that go to Thailand to get surgeries that would have been $40,000, $50,000, $100,000, in some cases $500,000 in the States. They get the same surgery in Thailand for 1/3 of the cost. Okay. Shout out to Mari. What's that? Maurice's P with a 5 super chat. Bro getting online and calling bros banned because he got cash from cold approaching chicks on the internet. Bro getting online and calling bros, okay, bitch ass niggas, because he got cash from cold approaching chicks on the internet. Make it make sense. Yeah. Yeah. Man, he's stuck in high school. If anybody is on easy mode, he's on easy mode. To be in his 30s, still cold approaching girls in the mall, shit I did when I was a teenager, bro. Exactly, Ash L. And why is he worried about us? LOL. He can even have all the quiches he wants. Let me be careful, man, because dudes are getting on me about these terms I be making up. You know. Yeah, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button, man. We in here. Yeah, that little the little loop earring in the nose. I mean, that's a little different. Yeah, Jay Clyde, the video could have just ended there. He could have just said, hey, man, but the passports are saying it's true, it's not cap. That's all he had to say. That's all he had to say. But you know what these guys do? This is what I think these guys do. They know that we are so popular right now, and we're about to get into the subject in a minute. They know that we are so popular right now that it works, right? Because we're going to make a response, and our responses to it might make it go viral because everybody's trying to go viral right now. That's the key to social networks and YouTube and all that, is to go do a short and go viral throughout the internet, Instagram, and all that shit. All right. Somebody say, yeah, Andre say, you have them plantation 304s. Yeah, you can. All right. What's that? Saladin Tide says, I recommend you bros boycott Colombia. It's dead as of 6 years ago. The spot is hot. You know what's interesting, man? I get messages, right? And I rarely check my Facebook messages because it goes to different area when they're not in your actual friend list. But it's either two things. It's either, man, I had a great time in Colombia. I ain't have no issues. I can't wait to go back. I love Colombia. I see what you're talking about. Or the other message is, hey, bro, I got robbed. Hey, bro, I got drugged. I had another story yesterday. I was going to the gym, and a friend of mine called me. He said, hey, man, we trying to raise money for a homie that got drugged and robbed a little bit outside of Medellin. He wasn't technically, well, he wasn't in the Poblado area. He was in the area called Aaron West, right? And I guess he had a chica or two or something, and they drugged the jacuzzi. This is another jacuzzi thing, so be careful with the jacuzzis, fellas. I guess they put the scope in the jacuzzi or something. It was something to that extent. But he was one of these gentlemen that was always saying, man, it's how you move. You know, I don't be in the Poblado area. I don't be in the park or nothing. Like, it won't happen to me. But, hey, man, you're not from there. you can speak Spanish. In some cases, people speak Spanish, but they drug everybody. They're opportunists. That's the thing you got to understand. These people are all opportunists. If they see any type of crack, and they're looking for that too. They're looking for that. They actually are ganged up, organized, trying to find not only gringos, but whoever has resources, whoever has money. You can be Colombian and get scoped, bro. Okay? It's just that when you are a foreigner, it's like Christmas come early to them. It's because they got a way to get in your bank account. They stole his cell phone, his laptop, all his cash, of course, his wallet, and they hacked into his accounts. I'm still trying to figure out how to hack into your account. You know, matter of fact, family, you know what you guys might want to do for all my guys going to Medellin, just traveling in general, because I just heard of an incident happening in Sosua where a chick stole some shit too. But just traveling in general, make sure you call your bank, right? First of all, don't have all your cards on you, right? Don't have all your bank accounts on one phone or nothing like that. But make sure you tell your bank, hey, I'm never, ever going to take more than $500 out in one day. Okay? Especially if you're just doing like a vacation, 2-3 weeks, let the bank know, hey, on this account, I'm never going to take this amount out. Stop it at 500. Okay? Make sure you tell the banks that. I got another super chat here by Plan to be a $10 super chat. Yo, I know you're busy, but been trying to get at you. I'm off next week and hoping I can chop it up with you. This is my new channel, Plan B, John Patterson. Okay. Shout out my man, John Patterson, Plan B. I think I've been seeing you in the Facebook group. You must be in the Facebook group too, because I have been seeing your posts. He calls himself MC McQueen. He's a DL dude. He might be, bro. He got a lot of earrings in his ears and shit. You know, he might be. He might be. You never know. You don't know how what these cats be on, man. He do got a lot of little, you know, I seen a little moisture out there. We all get hate. We're doing is traveling and minding our own business. Yeah, for the most part. We just, you know, sitting there doing our own thing for the most part. But the whole world watches us. The whole world, listen, bros. We have started so many different movements, I guess you want to say, or hashtags or ideologies. Most of it comes from the black sector of YouTube. It starts off as a joke or a saying or some type of terminology. It all kind of starts with us and kind of goes worldwide at this point. The soft guy era, blue pill, red pill, all that shit started with the black sector of YouTube for the most part. All right. So we always, whatever we do is being watched. All right. If you want to see the next fashion for the next 5 years, just see what a young black boy, teenage boy is wearing in the hood somewhere, anywhere, any city in America. All right. That's going to be hot for the next 5 years. Now we're trendsetters. Right now, they got, and I meant to play this video, but I can't find it. But they got like all types of like Japanese and Asian products that make their hair turn into afros and shit. Like, man, you know, it is what it is. Shout out to Pitmaster. But what are we talking about tonight, family? We're talking about painting narratives. Painting certain narratives, right? About the Passport Bros. And what I want to say is the Passport Bros, for the most part, have been a victim of its popularity, for sure. You know, this Passport Bros thing have really set the internet on fire and is still here. I originally thought that it would, you know, kind of blow over at some point. I really thought. Then, you know, we went viral on TikTok. You know, Austin took it viral. A lot of responses. And the women are still responding to the Passport Bros. I mean, it's just a never lasting, you know, media blitz on the Passport Bros. We've been on almost every news outlet. And I try to tell guys that Passport Bros is much bigger than Colombia and much bigger than Medellin in general. Okay. We're in every country. In Asia, well, you know, we got some positive things going on. A lot of bros starting businesses out there. You got Passport Bros. I seen a video the day of a Passport Bro in Ethiopia. He's been in Ethiopia the last 5 years. He's been really enjoying it. All right. I got guys in Kazakhstan, China, shot my man Flight Madness, Like guys are all over the world right now, and they all sub to the ideology of being a passport bro. That's all it is. I keep saying this. It's just an ideology, just a mindset. There's no organization. There's not really a movement or anything like that. It's just guys coming from the West, all right, looking for more opportunity to leverage their American dollar and for traditional relationships. That's what passport bros are. There's nothing else behind it. There's nothing nefarious behind it. There's no shadiness behind it. But what they do is they just find random people, random dudes, black dudes, white dudes, and they do anything negative, they'll label them as a passport bro. All right. And that's why I showed the clip of the O.J. Simpson of what Judge Joe Brown said about Nancy Grace and how she painted that narrative for white America. She painted a narrative and ignored, even though she knew that it was evidence blatantly saying that this man did not commit this shit. She ignored it in order to be able to paint a narrative. And that's kind of what they're doing now, right? I get hashtag mentions in YouTube all the time about passport bro this, passport bro that. Like I say, passport bros, the term of it is just a victim of its popularity. It's just everybody wants clicks and views, responses. All right. That's what it is. Somebody said, why are dudes bringing women to their real spot? I'm not sure if it was Airbnb or hotel. I'm not sure. I just know he wasn't in the Poblado or La Relas area. He was in a different area called Aaron Rez. Actually, Aaron Rez is actually pretty nice, but it got the sketchy areas. All right, Jay Clyde says, and yes, they can scope you through the jacuzzi. All right, so I know guys want to have a good time out there. I know guys want to have a good time. They got the two girls in the jacuzzi. They want to live it up. But watch it, man. They can throw that scope drops up in there. Your ass to be passed out in less than 3 minutes. Shout out to Boss Dundalli. We got that little African troll is in here, man. What's that little? She always be on my little live. I always kick her out. Keep Passport Bros. Keep Africa Passport Bros free. This woman that made about 20 damn videos, no, more than that, 200 videos on Austin. That's all she do is follow Austin. This the older lady got like a love affair with Austin Holloman and what's the other cat, Floyd, for some reason. All right. Yeah, I saw the live with Austin. Now, I'm not gonna speak on that, man. That's family. I'm not gonna speak on that. All right. Shout out to my man D May with $99 super chat. He been running from me from down on the court. You know, he pulled up right when I left. Shout out. He says, my guy, it's been a while. Finally got you on the live. Shout out to my man D May, man. Shout out to you, man. And congratulations on your baby, too. Shout out to my man D May. Hooper. Real Hooper out there. I'm still waiting for you guys to come to the basketball court with me, too. Yeah, Tariq did post that. Yeah, we are. We are setting the world on fire, family. We are. All right, so somebody said Colombia is beautiful. However, it's oversaturated with deplorables throwing money. You know what? The only time I've actually seen, I'll take that back. I have seen guys throwing money. You know, I've definitely seen that. And they was told not to throw money, actually. By the fact they were kicked out the club. Walking around with their pants down, talking loud, disrespecting the culture. I have never had issues. I've seen that to a certain degree. But you know what? This is what we got to understand. And this will really open my eyes living in Asia for a year around different Europeans, all right, Indians and all them, being around like more of a cultural melting pot than, South America in general. Bro, I've seen Indian men throw money. I've seen European men run off on bills. I've seen them start fights. I've seen them being on drugs. I've seen it all, bro. All right. You got 1 billion black people on this planet. Everybody's not going to be the same. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing we got to accept, because it's always just, passport Pookie this or Dusty this and Dusty that. But it's just like, bro, it's in every single culture. It's unavoidable. All right. You're going to have some deplorable people of every single culture. And in general, to be 100% honest with you, and if this wasn't the truth, I wouldn't say is. Trust me. I'm not saying this because I'm black. I'm just saying the average black male traveler already knows they're on a thin line, right? Especially the guys that grew up in America. We already know. That's why you almost have no incidents on record of brothers acting up overseas. We already know. We already know, bro. Trust me. We are the most mannerable group of people out of anybody. Yeah, it's gonna be some weekend warriors that come down to Colombia and throw some money in Cartagena or some shit, or throw some money in the street in Sosua. You're gonna have that, but that's just not to say that that's not nowhere near the majority. Most guys that actually have passports, right, that actually living overseas or frequently living overseas, are laid back, right? They don't want to cause no ruckus. They got them a little girlfriend in the hills or the mountains of these countries or something, and they kind of just do their thing. You know, a lot of guys actually get in long-term relationships overseas, right? They get married, they have children. That's pretty much the norm. Fact, that's right, E-Man Perry. Yeah, bro, trust me, man. Go ahead, go to Thailand and party with some Irishmen and see what happens. Andre say, "Who should boycott Colombia? I'll support that. When are you starting?" And J. Clyde said, "Colombia is very dangerous. Everyone should stay away." All right, Marius P. I think I pronounced your name. Forgive me if I pronounce your name wrong. Marius P. $10 super chat. He says, "You heard of that white UC Berkeley teacher telling boy students to date outside the country? Be passport bros." Oh, I gotta find that video. The white woman at the school made him apologize, and he was suspended. Yeah, let me read that one more time. I appreciate the $10 super chat. You heard of that white UC Berkeley teacher telling boy students to date outside the country? Be passport bros. The white women at the school made him apologize, and he was suspended. I was hoping I can try to find that video. That would be interesting, man. That would be very interesting. Right, CC. Most black men don't even have a passport. We don't. Most of them don't have a passport. Rest in power to Charles Tyler, man, because Charles Tyler was the reason I had. That's the man. That's the black man's option. You could say he kicked off the passport bros to a certain degree, but he's definitely the reason. Him and Al Greaves are definitely the reasons I got my passport. Speaking of that, man, it's real funny, very funny that in the Passport Bros app, guys have been doing Passport Bro confessions. And it's just hilarious because, of course, on the app, of course, it's a little bit more private. It's not out there. It's not Facebook. So you're getting guys writing like almost paragraphs of, "Hey, this is what happened to me in Colombia. This is what happened to me in Brazil. This is what happened to me in Thailand." And it's real dope. It's like taxi cab confessions, but just on the app. It's very dope. Very dope, man. Hold on. Shout out to the Flyboy away in the building. People don't see the norm. They only hear the BS on YouTube and Facebook. All right, shout out to my man CC says, "I just did 2.5 months in Nairobi. I didn't see any other Black Americans. For real, you got to spread out. You really do. You really do, man. You really do. Colombia definitely has a way, especially Medellin. And that's why I left, man, because I felt like I was kind of like getting drawn in too heavy. That's what I said to myself. I said, you know what? And shout out to my man Traversity. I said, man, I gotta go to Brazil, bro. Let me get up out here and just spend some time in Brazil. Because I would have been in Colombia for 4-5 years by now. But I went to Brazil, had a blast. Went to Thailand, had a blast. I like moving around, man. I suggest you guys move around as well. Somebody said, "Free Colombia, they got roaches." I think the boycott is working, though. I'm telling you, I've never seen a plane full of bros going down to Colombia. Like every time I'm in the immigration line, it's like me and maybe 2 other black men at most. To myself, I'm going to Africa. Hey, man, pull up in Africa. Bro, I got dudes all over Africa, South Africa, Kenya. Kenya is a big one. Kenya is a big one. I see a lot of ports in Kenya. I got a few guys in Uganda. But yeah, man, guys are in Africa for sure. All right. Some y'all bringing up old shit in the chat now. California is the simp homeland. Nah, New York is the simp homeland. Shout out to my New Yorkers. Oh, by the way, fam, I got shout out to my man Barber World, man. Shout out to my man Barber World. With the Global Gallivant t-shirts, man. We support each other at Passport Bros. So shout out to my man. You can go to his channel. I'm pretty sure he got it in the description. This is one of them Global Gallivant t-shirts right here, man. Just want to shout out to Barber World real quick before we roll out. All right. Somebody said, I no longer travel unless it's at least 8,000 miles away and all my drinks are free the entire flight. Man, I cannot drink on a flight for nothing, man. That should give me a super migraine. Miko, worldwide enforcer, yo, BMT. When we going to take this worldwide trip? Man, what is going on? We got some trolls in the chat, gentlemen. All right. Justin Holmes says, BMT, I'm in South Africa having the time of my life. Yeah, you got to spread out a little bit, man. Shout out to my man, Andrew. Hilltop traveling everywhere. Hilltop, we got to talk, bro. We got to talk. We got to chop it up, man. I see you out there in Thailand. Man. We got to chop it up. We got to chop it up sometime. Definitely got to chop it up. All right? Y'all beefing in Thailand like y'all back in the 90s or something, bro. I don't know what the hell going on in the beautiful land of smiles. All right? Uh-oh, Jay Klein said, fellas be capping like they have 0 issues in Africa. What issues they be having in Africa? Europe, you know what, man? I'm gonna stop through Europe. I never just really Europe don't really appeal to me because I don't like being cold like that. But I gotta definitely do Europe. Shout out to my man B-Dub. B-Dub been telling me about Europe. B-Dub be hitting me almost every night sharing videos and shit. Definitely got to hit up Europe. Definitely got to hit up. Uppity Bro said, BMT, you been in the gym? He said, no homo. It's no Diddy now, bro. It's no Diddy. Looking good. Appreciate that, man. No Diddy. Appreciate that. And I have been in the gym. All right. Desert Coyote says, when I was in Croatia, I was like a spectacle because I was the only one there. People want to walk up and touch me because they never seen too many black people. The ice cream was excellent there. I felt that same way in Cambodia, man. I'm not going to front. I felt that same way in Cambodia. And Cambodia definitely got a lot of brothers from Africa, the Cameroonians. They're there. They there. But being a black American, bro, hey, bro, I'm telling you. Matter of fact, no, erase that. It wasn't Cambodia. It was Laos. Yeah, it was Laos. Don't go to Cambodia. Africa definitely has its issues. No, I'm not talking about the Austin Holloman Live family. I'm not going to talk about that. BMT, South African women have their baddies for days. Okay. Megatron says that, you know what, man? I'm going to bring on, because I had my man on here. He was promoting Nigeria. And that little stream kind of went on fire, man. I mean, a lot of guys was just like, don't go to Nigeria. But he was promoting Nigeria. And I see guys going to Nigeria. I've heard different things about Nigeria. So I need to do a whole panel on YouTubers from different parts of Africa. You know, South Africa, Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria. And you kind of just discuss, you know, what really goes on there like that. All right, because for the most part, I would say the biggest sector of Passport Bros probably is going to be Colombia at this point. Right? I think it is Colombia. Somebody said the worst Passport Bros stories are in Africa by far. What? I haven't heard that. Somebody said BMT, a Chinese man was caught with a minor in Medellin. This is breaking news. Damn, that was a British man caught as well. I saw a British guy get caught as well. Somebody said that Nigerian stream was a classic. It was, man. Shout out to Nack Sneezy. Shout out to Nack Sneezy. All right. Yeah, we're going to throw them hands on them. BMT, that's a good idea. Bros are have a panel of bros who are in the East, West, South, and West. Yeah, man, we got to chop it up, man. We definitely got to chop it up about Africa. Yeah, we did set the world on fire, bro. We really did. We set the world on fire for real. And it's not going anywhere. I kind of wanted it to blow over at some point, but it is what it is. Peace of Mind says Kazakhstan, Vietnam, and Laos, underrated Asian countries. You know, I used to date a woman from Laos in America. She was bad. She was beautiful, man. All right. You know, bro, let me tell you something. Even in the Caribbean, it's little islands and stuff, man, that bros don't really go to necessarily. You know, it's some destinations out here, and this is why I always do blogs. I do blogs showing, interviewing different guys from all over around the world, and having like travel guys within the app to kind of show you that, hey, man, let's explore some different countries. We all love South America, all right, but you might like Southeast Asia. You don't know the type of passport, bro, you are until you travel to at least, I would say, a minimum of 7 countries. But to help you decide where you want to really invest, what country you want to invest in, because there's a lot of factors at that. You gotta look at the banking. You gotta look at, are you allowed to work there? If you have to work there, what's the visa situation? The visa situation is always a sticky issue. Medical care is very important. That's probably one of the most important, is having the proper insurance and having a nest egg just in case something happens to you. Some of these hospitals, even though you got top-notch insurance, they want cash from you. It's the most illegal practice, but America can't really do too much about it. So I suggest this on a consultation. I said, listen, if you got less than $20,000 in your bank account for like a nest egg, for like emergencies, I would say stay on this side of the world. I would say stay in, South America, Colombia, DR, stay in those areas where you can hop on a plane just in case, you have to real quickly and get back to the States and just walk up to, go to any random hospital. They're going to service, for the most part, what you need. Because these hospitals out here, they might try to get over and, do all types of little shit. If you got more than that, or you got a credit card balance more than that, that's when I say, venture out to different countries like Africa or Thailand or something where you got, 30, 40,000 just in case you get hurt or something like that. I give you a prime example. It was a woman. She was European, but she was black. I think she was mixed. She might have been from France. Beautiful girl. And she was on a scooter. And she didn't have the face protection. She just had a little cute little top helmet. And she hit a car or something and forward, and her face smashed into the concrete, the street. Whole face was pretty much gone. So she had to have like reconstructive surgery, and they had to raise money. They had to raise like $50,000 or something like that. So that's why I say you want to make sure that you either got really, really, really good health care, right? And someone told me, they said you never know the type of healthcare provider you have until something happened, right? So you don't really know. You might be paying top notch, and they still want you to pay some crazy deductible, or they're trying to make an excuse of, well, you shouldn't have been riding a scooter or something like that. So you just want to keep that in mind. If you're a veteran or military, you can always, shout out to all my vets. Y'all got it good, man. Y'all got it real good. Y'all got it super good. Yeah, y'all seen that video that's going viral? I already knew that about Delhi. I think, do I have that pulled up? I'm gonna have that video pulled up. Let me see if I got that video pulled up. But I had already knew this because I had dated Indian women in America. So they always told me that they would say, hey, man, our people are hella racist. I don't have that video, actually. Thought I had it. They say, yeah, man, our people are pretty prejudiced. They say all types of little dishes out there. in Delhi in India. Well, Hilltop, you already know the vibe that they give in Thailand, in Pattaya. You already know the vibe they be giving. You know, I had to check a few of them out there. Sometimes they would just get in front of you in line and shit. Some of the Europeans too. They're just like see you standing there and just kind of like just literally get in front of you. And you know, I should, you know, I might want to put my hands on people, but I just take them. I'll be like, hey, bro, move. And I stopped saying some shit. I stopped saying, shout out my man California Carter. But I stopped saying shit. I was just literally push them out the way. And they'd be like, hey. I'd be like, got in front of me. When people yeah, you already know I'm talking about Hilltop BMT. When people in the metaverse notice that you are checked out, they start spamming you with nonsense. All right. Big Mike says BMT. I dated Indian women in the States. When it comes to dating, they are cool, but when it comes to marriage and serious relationship, they are not cool with it. As they want an Indian man for long term. That's very true. That is very, very true. I had a very similar experience with 2 Afghan women and maybe several Indian women. I don't know why they was, you know, I dated so many Middle Eastern women, but that's very true. Very true. They all said one chick told me, she said, hey, if I brought you to my father, he would kill me. I was like, well, damn, is that, you know, I don't need to never meet your dad then. And she was Indian. I actually had a Somalian girl tell me that shit too. She said the same thing. She said, hey, if my family found out about you, they would honor kill me or something like that. Or that might have been Indian. One of them said that shit. That they do an honor killing if they call her with me. That's the thing about America, though. You know, especially when you go to school and college, and they are kind of like, you know, we're gonna get at them. We're gonna get at them. They love the swag, man. They're gonna, you know, we're gonna get at them. I remember when I took the Afghan girl to the gas station. We went to the gas station, and she was in there for a long time. I'm like, what the fuck this bitch doing? So I went to the gas station, and I'm looking for her. I'm like, where's she at? And she comes out from behind the counter, and she's like, let's go. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And I look, you know, I look at the guy. The guy has 2 big stacks of money, like 2 big, you know, bricks of money, basically. This is at a gas station in Atlanta. And we get in the car. I'm like, what the hell just happened in there? And she was like, yeah, he offered me money to marry him. I was like, word? I'm like, damn, just like that. She was like, yeah, he just showed me all the money he had. And he was just like, hey, I'll give you all this if you marry me. And basically asking, what are you doing with that black guy? I just told him that you were just you're just a friend, basically. You're just giving me a ride. You know, I was like, damn, you know, shit. That's very true. Yeah. I dated an Indian woman. The problem was they were so concerned about what her parents would think, and they weren't even rich, could cut her out of the wheel when receiving millions. Hold on, you said they were rich? Oh, then they weren't even rich. I thought I had that clip. Where's that clip at? Damn, I thought I had that clip. Where's that clip at? Okay, I know that clip is. Hold on, let me play. I found it. Hold on. Yeah, let me play the clip real quick. Okay, here we go. But you know what? They actually have a little low-key movement going on YouTube with some of the Indian women like, yo, we want us some black men. But here we go.
Recommend going to Delhi.
Okay.
That off. Because Delhi is also a great cultural vibe, but the people sometimes are very, and especially because you're black, I'm going to tell you there are racists over there who are very much in your face. Like I'm not even gonna lie. There's my black friend from America had come down. He was from Brooklyn, and he was visiting Mumbai, and he's queer. So he was like, "What are the queer hotspots?" So I took him to like a bar and everything. And this is in the most uppity part of Mumbai, right, where all the influential and affluent people come and drink. So we're having a smoke in balcony, and there's a song in India, and pardon my words, but in India, nigahe means eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the eyesight.
Okay.
So the song has the word nigahome. So
Yeah.
he was saying that verbatim on purpose because there was a black guy and they could say the N word without saying the N word because of the Indian word.
Oh, they try to do that shit?
My blood was just like curdling, not even boiling. It was just like, I'm like, bro, like, and the girl next to him was like, she was pinching, like, shut the fuck up, don't do this, you know. So that also happens, you know.
Yeah, so that, you know, that's kind of what it is. What it is, bro. It is what it is. You know, it is what it is when it comes to that. All right. Yeah, yeah, I've seen the news of that too. Of the yeah, they do that in India. They do that. You know, they do that. You know, it's a little. When I was over there in Thailand, it was this little movie on Netflix. It's not on Netflix, probably on your you know, in America. And there was this movie of this older Indian man that was going to Thailand, was going to Bangkok, and he met this blue-eyed white woman, and it was almost like this white woman was like a little angel or something like that. Like they angelic her, you know, this blue-eyed, blonde-haired white woman, like she was just God gives to the world or some shit. The whole movie was about his friendship. He didn't even get to hit. It was like, oh, we're just so good friends. And I came to Bangkok to buy some women, but I met this white woman instead. And he told us, you know, I guess he went back to India and everybody was upset that he had went to Bangkok to, you know, do his thing. And what was that? I guess the little white woman, you know, video called him or something. It was like, oh, a white woman, hey, went crazy and shit. So they like that out there, man. They on some other shit. Yeah, they got a hell of a caste system. They have a hell of a caste system, bro. All right. But guys, that's been the Sunday Rundown show. I appreciate everybody that joined the stream. Guys, do me a favor. Make sure that you download that Passport Bros app. It's being filled out. We're getting more and more guys. I think we at like the 5K mark right now, something like 5,000 downloads. Some of them with the Progressive app, some of them in the app stores. So we got a lot of activity within the app, and we got some new features coming down the line this week, family. I'm going to be streaming live on the Passport Bros app. I'm going to bring on some guests. Shout out to my man, Andre. We're going to have some real candid conversations within the app. All right. So we're going to have our own little clubhouses out there. And we're also going to be able to stream this week. We're doing some major updates this week. All right. Peace. We out. Appreciate you guys joining me, man. Another great Sunday rundown. Peace.
Hey, Globetrotters. Are you ready to elevate your travel game and make every trip unforgettable? Get ready to revolutionize your adventures with Passport Bros app, your ticket to turning passion into profit. With Passport Bros, your travel videos and posts aren't just memories, they're money makers. Share your awe-inspiring experiences with the world and watch your bank account grow with every click. But wait, there's more. Connect with a vibrant community of fellow explorers, where camaraderie knows no borders. Exchange insider tips, forge lasting friendships, and create memories that last a lifetime. And that's not all. Gain access to exclusive discounts on accommodations, from cozy boutique hotels to luxurious resorts, ensuring you can travel in style without breaking the bank. So why settle for ordinary when you can experience the extraordinary? Join the Passport Bros app today and unlock a world of adventure, connection, and endless possibilities. Download the app now and let the journey of a lifetime begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
Passport Bro app. App Store. Open Passport Bro app. Open. Voila. That's $16 in my wallet. Thank you, whoever did that. Greatly appreciate that. Payments. Okay. See what the bros is up to. Okay, I see you, brother. Okay. I see y'all. Thank you for whoever gave me that $16. That was quick. We're looking out, bros. Over here making some money on that app. Word. Greatly appreciate that. See what we got going on. Hit the like button on this one. Oh man, little cutie. Let the brother know you got a little cutie right here. Let's see what he working with.